Hey everybody, it's the Nitty Professor. Several of you were asking, did I spring for a pair of boots at the Red Wing shoe store in Stockholm? And as you can see, the answer is yes. So let's take a look. I'll slip these babies out of the box here, and a number of you will immediately recognize them. So here you have it, the 8800 Dusty Blue Abilene mock toes. Those are the ones that I chose. I did mention in the video that I tried them on. So the first, I tried on two pairs. Well, I tried on two kinds in two sizes each. The first pair I tried on was it was like a blacksmith model on the traction tread sole that Connor said that was sold exclusively in Japan. And I tried them on, and the 9 was too big, the 8.5 was too small. So I decided the last, it just wasn't meant to be. I was kind of sad. I thought it'd be cool to have that particular pair of boots because, you know, there's no way I'm going to get them in the States. These, on the other hand, I think Connor said they were sold worldwide, and I have seen them. I've seen them for men and women, which is cool. Obviously, my feet are too fat for women's shoes, so there you go. But this is definitely a color that's going to add something to my selection. As you know, I do go for the fun colors in my boots, and this is one color that I don't have. I'm going to call it a related color in my Wallabies. I have some light blue Italian leather, or Italian made. It's a CF stud leather, but they're Italian made Wallabies. But they're a true baby blue, whereas this is like a steel blue. And it's almost like a light denim. I feel like this would be, dare I say, a shoe-in to wear these with denim. It would make absolute perfect sense. But on the other hand, I could wear these with black, olive green. I could wear them with pink, purple. I could wear these with a lot of colors. I mean, blue is blue. Come on, blue. On the one hand, these seem exotic and a little off the wall. But on the other hand, when you really think about it, blue, I mean, come on. It's actually not that rare of a color. So while these definitely are going to stand out because most Red Wings are black, brown, or tan, just like most boots. I've been around the block a little bit about this with Truman on occasion. I'm like, why are you going back to all those brown boots? I've already got brown. They're the ones that sell the best, right? So I do like to stand out, and I think even though these are blue, it's just, you know, kind of a common color, they're going to stand out. These are constructed very similar to my Alpines. Obviously, they have a white sole, but it is the traction tread sole. And they don't have the storm welt like we have on the, I think they're the 1907s. I think that's what they're called. But they have this nice leather midsole and nice, well, the triple stitching like you would expect. And I don't yet know if I'm going to have to excise the collar. I'm going to give these a try without doing that, because when I had them on, it didn't bother me. You know, every boot's different, every leather's different, and I don't know if this leather is more forgiving. Now, Connor did say it was quote-unquote drier, which I would like to put this question out here. How would you treat this quote-unquote drier leather? I'm assuming it's a rough out. I mean, it's not going to be a suede, right? How could it be a suede? It's not split hide. So I'm assuming it's a rough out. And there's something about the tanning. I tried to find some information online and I came up empty. So if you have inside information that you could share with me or share with the people who are going to come to this video, I would love to benefit from that. So what I will change for sure is the laces. Not that I like hate these laces, but I just like leather laces. I have very strong preference for the leather laces. I like the way that they feel. I'll try to find ones that are kind of like a chocolate brown. I think those would go pretty well. Somewhere online, there's a guy who sells leather laces and like a rainbow of colors. I ought to look him up sometime. I don't know if you all have ever tried that. There's a website. It seems pretty credible. At least it was there a year or two ago. So, but I will be changing these out for the leather laces because I prefer the look of those. But now that I've gotten really comfortable with the mock toe crepe sole boots, I expect that I'll get a lot of use out of these. As you guys know, I decided to take my Rancourts with me on this trip. I am here in very Spartan, Sweden, right? This is my Airbnb. Just want to give you a picture of the inside. We've got your standard branding going on there. For some reason, this particular sample is a little bit washed out on the inside, but what of it, right? Maybe they were just a little bit short ending, but this is leather insole. I understand it's vegetable tan. I prefer the leather insoles because they are very accepting of my sweat when I wear these in the hot weather. Hasn't been hot here lately. In fact, today, I don't know, I think it was probably in the 50s all day long and it rained. It was just the first day, though, that I had this much rain. My Rancourts held up like a trooper. I don't know, I should probably do a short about how they held up on the trip. I probably will. I've been, frankly, kind of surprised. So I'll share the surprise with you when I get back. But in any case, I just wanted to not leave you hanging about what I did. I was very grateful to Connor for accommodating my interest in doing a video of the store. And he's certainly extremely knowledgeable. And he's only been working there for like 6 months. So he's studied. He comes from a tailoring background. I think he also worked in denim and in salvage denim. So he knows a lot, not only about heritage footwear, but about heritage clothes in general. So it would have been nice if I could have like sat down and interviewed him. We were trying to fit in what we did between customers, obviously. So I'm glad that you all had a chance to meet him and listen to him talk about the store. If you ever do go to Stockholm and you like Red Wing, I think it has to be, apart from the flagship store where we have that whole basement, you know, of odds and ends that are just kind of crazily miraculous and interesting as far as the variety of boots that you find and obviously the prices. But as far as retail store, it's the best store I've been in for Red Wing so far. So I was talking to my son at some point. We think we should go to Japan and see what they've got going out there. But I've heard really good things about the stores in Germany as well. And it's been 9 years since I was in Germany. I should go back there and practice up my skills a little bit again in the language. It would be kind of a no-brainer to spend some time there. But not having been there yet and having been in a number of Red Wing stores across the United States, hands down, the store in Stockholm is beautiful. It's got a lot of lore. It's got a lot of history and expert people running the place. And all they sell is your heritage boots plus, you know, accessories. So if that's what you're like, what you're after, what you like I am, I highly recommend going. I'm glad that I could make a purchase from Connor because he was so helpful and accommodating, and I didn't want to walk out with nothing. So I am going to enjoy wearing these as a souvenir of my trip. Again, if you have experience with this leather that you could share with us, that would help me to know how to take care of it, apart from slathering, what do you call it? Mink oil. I don't feel like that would be a good idea on this one. I'm okay doing that in a brown leather, like the Dark Coyote Rough Out or something like that. But on something like this where it's all about the color, I would really hesitate to do that. So give me some insight what I should do with this quote unquote dry Abilene leather, and let me know your experience with these boots if you have them and have enjoyed them or not. Give us the lowdown. Really appreciate it. Appreciate your attention. Hope you get to Stockholm sometime, and we'll talk soon. Bye.